I'm Johnny, and this is my North Beach. Thanksgiving's coming up, so this is the second of our two-part special Thanksgiving series, making a boneless turkey breast. It's going to be stuffed with spinach, onion, and Parmigiano, and topped with a layer of prosciutto. It's going to be in and out in 90 minutes. Here are the ingredients. Boneless turkey breast, 2 pounds of fresh baby spinach, yellow onion, Parmigiano Reggiano, prosciutto di Parma, fresh parsley, and fresh sage, lemon, dry white wine, extra virgin olive oil, Sicilian sea salt, and black pepper. So I'm going to take half a yellow onion, just a few parallel cuts this way. We'll do a second one here. Then we're just going to do a few cuts this way, all the way through to the bottom, and then just cut down. Here's our onion. 2 teaspoons of olive oil, our diced onions. So I already hear them sizzling. Stir them around, and I'll let those go for a minute, and then we'll add the spinach. Just take a handful of this and put it in your pot. And as it cooks down, we'll keep adding more. I'm going to reduce the flame here, let this start wilting. My steam saute method, I'm going to add a little water to the bottom of the pan, 1/4 cup or so. And you can hear that sizzle of the onion is kind of dying down. If I didn't put any water in there at this point, that onion probably would have started to pick up color, and I don't want that. And we just start mixing this, and as it wilts on the bottom, turn it up so you get some of the leaves on top in the water and on the heat. A little bit of sea salt. I don't want to put too much salt because I'm going to be adding prosciutto to the filling, and prosciutto is naturally salty. Okay, I think I'm going to get the rest of it in here. This will cook a little bit more in the oven. So really I just want to wilt this down. Doesn't have to be fully cooked. One more turn should do it. So we're all set. Parsley, this is Italian flat parsley, fresh. I'm just going to make a bed here of these herbs that we'll lay the turkey breast on. So what's Thanksgiving without sage? We got to have some sage in here and some slices of lemon. And just lay these out on top. So this has cooled down our sauteed spinach with onion and olive oil, and I'm going to grate into it some Parmigiano Reggiano. And after I get it into the turkey, I'm going to give it a sprinkle of the finer grade of the Parmigiano. So now I've got my boneless turkey breast, and I'm doing this as the last step in the preparation before it goes into the oven because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. And I had my butcher pound it out so that it's an even thickness throughout, and this is going to allow me to roll it up like a jelly roll. I wash my hands before I touch my salt and pepper mills, so a little bit of fresh ground black pepper on the inside here. And again, I want to be careful of the salt because we got salt in a little bit in the spinach filling and then salt in the prosciutto. Now we'll just take the spinach, lay it out in a thin layer. We want to make sure we cover everything. And if you still have a little residual water down there, make sure you pick it up and drain it a little bit before you put it in. And we want to lay this out almost to the end, but we want to leave a border all around. Because you know what happens. If you went all the way to the end with this, when you rolled it up, it would only squeeze out and you'd lose the filling. This is a prosciutto di Parma. Look how beautiful that is. You can see through it. This fat is really the most flavorful part of it, so don't cut that off. And we're just going to lay this in a single layer, top the spinach. Now, if you want to, you could add a little bit more Parmigiano, either put on right on top of the spinach or you can put it on top of the prosciutto. So I'm going to roll this up like a jelly roll, and I'm going to start from this end because down here on this side, I know the skin's there, and I want the skin on the outside and on the top of the roast. So this may get a little messy. I'm going to try to do it as carefully as possible, but you want to roll it tightly so that you get that filling in a spiral. So I've got some lengths of twine here, kitchen twine. Don't be like a friend of mine. One time I sent her to get this for me. She came back with plastic string. Well, we're going to put that in the oven. It's going to melt. Okay, so this is open here. So I'm going to tie it up with 2 knots, and that's going to close that up. So we should be in good shape. And you want to do your first one down near the end so nothing's going to come out that side. Take the second one, and I think I'm going to go close here because I want to close the other side of this split in the breast. So the string's going to keep the stuffing inside, but it's also going to give us a nice shape to this roast. I'm going to carefully pick this up and lay it on that bed of herbs and lemon. Should fit in here nicely. I've been messing around with the turkey, and anytime I've touched it or moved it around and then went to grab something else, I've washed my hands very carefully. So now I'm going to finish it up. We got it in the casserole, extra virgin olive oil all around. Okay, once more, I got to wash my hands. I'm going to give this some Sicilian sea salt. You want the salt to flavor the meat from the outside. Remember, I put a little bit on the inside, but we also have some salt in that filling. And then freshly grated black pepper all over. Our dry white wine, about a cup. And then you could add chicken broth or turkey broth or vegetable broth, but you know, this is going to be so flavorful, I don't think you need those flavor enhancements. So I'm just using water. So you want 1 inch, 2 inches of liquid. I preheated my oven to 375. I'm going to check it in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Right on the nose, 150. Okay, I'm going to set it over here on the board and let it rest. Look at this pan gravy in here. I'm just going to put it through this wire mesh. Make sure I don't lose any of this goodness. Here's this end piece over here. That's for the chef, so I'm gonna cut that off. But before I do that, I got to take these strings off over here. Remember, this is what we used to tie it up with. Get these out of the way. Chef's piece. They'll never know what was missing. Okay, here's our stuffed breast. Wow, smell coming off of this. So here we go. We got our boneless turkey breast stuffed with spinach and prosciutto. And remember those olive oil infused roasted garlic mashed potatoes? There they are. And I got my pan gravy here, just over the turkey. I'm gonna leave those without the gravy because if you want some, and there's gonna be some in the plate. Let me just get a taste of this real quick. You got the potatoes, you got the turkey, you got the vegetable. This is your Thanksgiving dinner. You're all set. Bon appetito. Happy Thanksgiving. Look at it. Hey, Ryan. You got, you brought your own fork.
Johnny, that's good.
Oh my God.
Johnny, that's good.
That's fantastic. This is with the olive oil and the roasted garlic.
Oh my God.